Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of quality sleep. Oh my goodness. How important is sleep? Well, science says, and many say, that you sleep for, I don't know, half of your life or a little less or something like that. Some people think it's cool to stay up late. It's not cool. If you want to burn fat, build muscle, if you want to perform at the maximum for whatever it is in life, you need your quality sleep. Many call it beauty sleep, etc., etc. Getting quality sleep is extremely important. I can't emphasize that enough, especially in today's super busy and often unpredictable world. With quality sleep, you'll be ready for anything. So, insomnia, the condition of not being able to fall asleep either on time. 10 o'clock is ideal, for example. But for those of you who can't get to sleep, if you're working a night shift, by the way, you're literally killing yourself. I highly recommend you find a job, change careers, whatever, that where you're working day shift. Because that's as a natural human being, unless you're a cold-blooded night owl, or I don't think they're cold-blooded, but let me put it this way: nocturnal animal, which you're not, then that would be understandable. But it's not natural for humans to be awake during the night. That's my point. Human beings are meant to be only awake during the day. There's so many ways to prove this. For those of you who I've done 24-hour shifts in the Army, and when I was deployed, working night shifts, I know you have higher blood pressure, your circadian rhythm, your sleep pattern is severely disrupted. It's not healthy, guys and gals. It's not healthy. I don't care what you have to do something, because you're literally killing yourself by working night shifts. Your body, your mind, your spirit's gonna thank you if you finally get on a day shift routine. For those of you who have to work really hard. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Why it's so important. All right, well, here's the main culprit. Besides work, turn off all electronics at least 1 hour before bedtime. It's no secret that electronics can interfere with our sleep. Oh, you betcha. The blue light from our phones, tablets, and TVs can disrupt our natural circadian rhythm. That's your sleep pattern. And make it harder to fall asleep. That's why it's important to turn off all electronics at least 1 hour before bedtime. Look, this is almost impossible these days. It's right there. It's called mobile for a reason. It's in your pocket. It's right on your nightstand. Discipline, people. Investment of your life into a better lifestyle. What can I say? I did a stream on exercise, a stream on diet. I'll always tell you that, and even to become perfect soulmates with your partner, you must invest your life into creating a lifestyle that's firm, extremely disciplined, but at the same time fun and enjoyable. Like if it's New Year's Eve, okay, fine, stay up, I get it, past midnight, look, I get it. But it's not New Year's Eve 365 days of the year, according to the Gregorian calendar. Just always put yourself first whenever you can, unless it's something very important. For example, if you have a newborn baby, yes, both of you have to do shifts. And goodness forbid that you're a single parent, because that's even tougher. I get it. But we're going to try to keep this stream simple, because there's a wide variety as to why people would possibly stay up past midnight. We're just going to go over the most common ones, and I'll try my best to include the crazy, more rare ones if it comes to mind. But this could easily be a 2-part stream. So I'm just going to try to keep it as simple as possible. But this is the main culprit for the most part, especially with the youth. I don't see it going away anytime soon with the gadgets. I mean, just just like it says, there's gadgets everywhere. Most likely, the number one reason you have trouble falling asleep is due to this single modern day habit that almost everyone is guilty of. You're definitely not alone. So, in order to break free from this bad habit, you must first take this problem very seriously, as I just said. Discipline and lifestyle. You must create that lifestyle. It doesn't happen overnight. So take it easy on yourself, but be firm. Be stringent, right? Start by enabling your device's night shift mode. If you didn't know about this, you'll quickly notice a difference. I can't stand it when I see people, it's dark in a dark place and they just bust out their phone and that screen is so bright. I'm like, how can you fall asleep with that screen so bright? Well, that's the thing. They don't. They're used to it. So there's an unhealthy lifestyle of not learning all the options about your device. Not every single one, but the most important one is that knife shift mode. There you go. There should be an option on your devices. I don't know about TVs, or PCs, but there should be an option for the night shift. So what this does is eliminates all blue light, what we see naturally as white light, but it's technically blue light. Okay? And so night shift mode will change your screen to a very soft yellowish color that is soft on your eyes, helping you to fall asleep, in this case for the purpose of the stream. Every device these days should have this mode. So please check if you're Android, Apple, whatever device. But, especially TVs, if you're playing on a console or a PC, well, you might have to bust out the filtering glasses that block out blue light instead of actually having an option for your screens. If you don't have the option, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to bust out these sunglasses. They're not sunglasses, but they filter out blue light. Highly recommend them. If you must. If you're partying late at night, maybe it's a birthday, a celebration, an anniversary, whatever the occasion, please protect your eyes because, your eyesight and also getting good quality sleep for the purpose of this stream, it has everything to do with it. All right? So another problem is worrying about things that you can't help at the present moment, it's completely out of your hands. Learn how to clear your mind and breathe gently. There's so many people suffering from anxiety. It's just ridiculous these days. They worry about everything. What this person said, how this person reacted, what happened today. Oh, I should have did this differently. I might have, Don't have no regrets when it comes to quality sleep. Tomorrow's another day. Put that on a sign and nail it to your wall. Tomorrow is another day. Leave all the problems behind, okay? If it's that important, pick up where you left off tomorrow when you can do something about it. But not right now. Now is not the time to panic, to worry. Worrying is like a rocking chair. It keeps you busy, but it doesn't get you anywhere. That's a really good saying. All you're doing is just rocking back and forth. There's no solutions with worrying, which is a form of anxiety. Just write down some possible solutions, either digitally or next to your bed on a pamphlet. Roll over and go to sleep. Okay? There's nothing you can do right now. Set up your alarm if you have to wake up early in order to deal with responsibilities that require time-sensitive responsibilities. Have a plan of attack, but don't let anything interfere with getting a good quality sleep. Right? That's the goal. Because if you don't put yourself as a priority, who else will? Because if you don't get a good night's sleep, then what good are you tomorrow? For anything. What good is your partner or your family if nobody gets a good night's sleep? So it's all fun and games until you wake up all groggy and see, this is decreased health. a decreased life experience. You're not going to be happy living like this. This is a poor lifestyle. I mean, beauty sleep is not a joke, and nobody is cooler by saying, "Oh yeah, man, I only get 4 hours. I'm so cool, 3 hours." And sometimes they even push this propaganda on television. I've seen comedians say it. "Oh, I only get 2 hours." Like, no, no, just stop it. No, you don't. And nobody here is training to be a Navy SEAL under special operations. Just stop that, okay? Nobody is cooler for getting less sleep because you're literally killing yourself. Everything needs to shut down. Just like a computer shouldn't be on 24/7. You have to shut it down, okay? Otherwise, it's going to overheat and then things are going to start to break. And it doesn't matter how modern the computer is. Every computer has a fan going, a hard disk that's constantly spinning. I mean, you name it. The RAM, everything. But we are more than machines. We are biological creatures that need to rejuvenate on a cellular level. Okay? So, yeah, let's go ahead and move on here. Cellular repair it does happen overnight, but not completely. So that's why, the term take it easy, because if you take it easy, then you're going to have a high quality life. I mean, during the day, your cells are repairing themselves. But, with these free radicals attacking your cells constantly from pollution and from stress, yeah, stress kills. Because when do your cells ever get the chance to repair themselves? That's why you shouldn't do heavy workouts every single day, trying to kill yourself in the gym. What is it? No pain, no gain. Don't do that, because when are your cells going to recuperate? Even if you have the best meals and the best supplements, you still have to get enough sleep. Bodybuilders are notorious for getting tons of sleep. How do you think they build all those huge muscles? It's not just steroids and growth hormone and whatnot. But, I mean, the principles still remain the same. Train hard, sleep hard, rest hard, right? All right. So, be sure to quiet things down at least 1 hour before going to bed as well. That's auditory, right? No loud noises, no stressful thoughts, no interruptions. And if you have kids, train them to be calm and considerate, respectful children, please. You're doing them a service, yourself a service, and the world a service. We already have too many loud clowns as it is online, just turning on their cameras and whining from their couches. I mean, we don't need any more clowns in today's world, okay? When it comes to training your kids, don't let them turn into clowns in the future, okay? Discipline starts with the family. That's where the real education starts. Not at school, not at work later on in their lives, with the family. Please take it serious. So if you have any kids, please teach them how to be calm and considerate, grateful, respectful, honorable. Teach them what dignity is, self-respect, all of that. All that stuff that people usually roll their eyes to because they're not mature enough to take it seriously. So, an uncomfortable bed. Invest in a good bed. Not any of this memory foam stuff. Look, no memory foam. I'm going to highly advise that you get a hard mattress, but not too hard. But it has to be hard enough, the mattress, to where you're not sinking anywhere. But it's a little soft enough so that, you like it. You feel comfortable. The key word here is comfort, but I bought a very expensive, upon returning from Iraq, I'll never forget it, when I was living in Texas, the most expensive bed in Ashley's, the furniture store. The guy was so happy. He's like, "Oh, it's right over here." You know what happened to that bed? It doesn't matter. Even as a fit soldier, you eventually start deforming the bed on one or both sides, depending if you sleep together with your partner. And no, they're actually cheap. These beds are cheap, memory foam. It's not the user's fault. It's the material. That's why they sell it so expensive, because they're so heavy, these beds, and tons of material that you don't need. And if anything, it's going to misalign the alignment of your bones. It's going to cause muscle knots, You name it. Just a bunch of negative effects that you don't want. Now, the room is too hot. No, you want it to be nice and cool. Think about it. We're human beings, right? We're meant to sleep in the forests or the hills. We're outside where it's nice and cool. I'm not talking about extreme temperatures here, hot and cold. I'm saying once upon a time when we had a bunch of forests, not a bunch of, you know, deforestation. So the earth was nice and cool. So that's the way we're supposed to sleep, just like the animals outside, nice and cool. So when you have too many blankets, especially these cheap fabrics like polyester, be very careful. 100% polyester, all these toxic fibers, and you got to look up research online, organic, healthy, like organic cotton if you can. All of this matters. The quality of your bedding, the temperature, and if you're in a new sleep environment, for example, if you go traveling, it's natural to have insomnia when you go to a hotel room. Your body is on constant alert instinctively. It's like, oh, we're in a new place. Is it safe to go to sleep? Your mind is like, hey, go to sleep. But your body is saying no. So it's always on the defense. That's the reason why you can't get a good night's sleep sometimes when you go to hotels. But for me, for example, I kind of got used to that when I was traveling a lot. And I naturally go to sleep because I just crank that AC air conditioning all the way nice and cool, and I'm gonna get the best sleep ever. It's nothing like a nice cold room, and you're just nice and tucked in. Yeah, you're gonna go to sleep if you have peace of mind as well. So in order to avoid all these sleep issues, I have to elaborate with this slide so we're not moving too fast. I mean, a sudden change in a person's sleep environment can trigger sudden insomnia. Absolutely. That's not what we want. So, let's go ahead and proceed here. Room temperature, as I said, should always be nice and cool. Try to sleep with your feet. Also, try to sleep with your feet exposed to the air. Don't wear socks. This is not that's why the term knock your socks off. That's where it comes from, because there's nothing like knocking your shoes and socks off after a hard day and getting ready to go to sleep. There's nothing like it. Expose your feet to that air, nice and cool. Trust me, you'll fall asleep so much better. Don't be scared. There's no boogeyman. No boogeyman's gonna come get you. Make sure also that your room is completely dark. I mean, just pitch black. And have an LED light handy, so if you have to get up for in the middle of the night for whatever reason, that's fine. We'll go over a little bit of that soon. So, what causes insomnia? Well, don't eat heavy food before going to sleep. That's a great tip. Don't eat anything heavy before going to sleep. Medications, I strongly advise that you take those in the morning. I'm not a doctor, so talk to your doctor. I'm just saying, and I'm just advising. Environmental factors, yes, no light, nice and cool temperature, as I said. Uncomfortable bed or pillow. Please invest in whatever pillow it takes. I don't care what pillow it is, how fancy schmancy it is. If it's a cheap one, expensive one, you have to find the right elevation. Whether it's two skinny pillows, I don't care what kind of what kind of scheme you have to do, but make sure that your neck and skull, that big bowling ball of yours, is nice and straight. And you like the way you feel. If you hear your heartbeat, that's just the bad positioning of your ear, because a lot of people have anxiety when they hear their own heartbeat. They get nervous. So you're responsible for getting a good night's sleep. I can go on and on about more and more details, but I'm trying to keep it as easy as possible. So crossing time zones, jet lag, everybody's familiar with that. Blue light, I've already went over that. Stress, I went over that. Nice and calm, clear your head of all stress and no worries, right? Alcohol, smoking, I just had a stream on that. Addictions. Alcohol, smoking, and caffeine. Oh, look at that. There's caffeine. You betcha. People thinking that this is healthy. No, it's not healthy because it's going to interfere with your sleep one way or another. Your body already has self-regulatory factors going on by nature. It's all natural. So, in the end, I'm going to recommend some things, but you don't really need it if you have good self-discipline. But let's go ahead and move on. Okay. if you have a nightmare or wake up in the middle of the night for any reason, the most important thing is to remain calm. Breathe gently. Take your time to clear your mind. Okay? Nothing's going to happen to you. So, just know that you're safe and quickly focus on, like I said, clearing your mind, because what are you going to do about it, right? So the nightmare just happened for whatever reason, or you woke up for whatever reason. Now, unless it's like strange sounds that you have to investigate, you know the deal, yada yada, common sense. But otherwise, focus on getting back to sleep. Don't grab that phone. You're just gonna add on. You're just gonna make a bad situation worse by grabbing that phone, grabbing that tablet, turning on the TV. Unless it was such a bad nightmare that you wake up next to your partner or you're alone and you have to self-talk or talk to your partner about it, that's fine, but don't wake up your partner over it unless you're feeling really bad symptoms. Because now it's like a 2-for-1 special. So just kind of be considerate. You guys know how it is. I shouldn't have to explain that much. But sometimes common sense is not so common. Be sure to use the bathroom completely, you know what I mean. And take a nice relaxing warm shower before going to bed. I don't recommend hot showers or cold showers. Maybe a cool shower or a warm shower, but nothing extreme, okay? Because you could end up dehydrating the body by too much heat, too much cold. And also, morning showers should be always quick and easy. Especially for if you have an active lovemaking life. Yes, I highly advise a quick morning shower. But the real thorough shower that should last a bit longer or longer, not extremely long, unless you're in a jacuzzi or something, a pool. Yes, that should be during the evenings. A nice thorough shower, but in the morning, just a quick peppy shower should do. And yeah, that'll also wake you up. So it can prepare you for sleep, the longer shower, and also in the morning to kind of wake you up. But make sure that, like I said, you use the bathroom completely and you brush your teeth nice and thoroughly. I highly recommend coconut oil. Do not use any fluoride toothpaste. All these things can agitate you because the chemicals from toothpaste, if you're not reading them correctly, they will seep into your gums and into your bloodstream eventually, and that can cause agitation during sleep, believe it or not. Keep your mouth nice and clean, just coconut oil, and make sure you keep your toothbrush nice and clean as well. Dip it in some alcohol, clean those bristles, change out the bristles. All of this has to do with preventing insomnia, believe it or not. It's extremely important. So, I'm going to add the cherries on the cake for this stream to cure insomnia, because you're bulletproof if you follow all these tips that I'm giving you. You should not suffer from insomnia after this stream if you follow these to the heart, to the letter. Alright, take a martial arts class or practice on your own. Learn through YouTube or whatever, the internet. Make sure you learn appropriately, okay? Martial arts is not about fighting, by the way. It's about being in complete control over your mind, body, and emotions. So, more stress and you go to sleep. If you're a great martial artist, if you have to be in control of yourself in order to prevent all those insomnia factors. Think about it as being the pilot of your aircraft, right? Well, it's how you fly the plane. They have to finesse everything. So be like a pilot of your own body, mind, and spirit, which are your emotions. Always be in control. And this is going to release tension from your body through the movements of contraction, both eccentric and concentric motions in martial arts, even bodybuilding. I recommend bodybuilding as well. Alright, take a yoga class or practice on your own. Yoga poses stretch the body and relax your muscles, reducing stress and irritability. I mean, it doesn't have to be yoga. Just make sure you stretch your muscles, but do them appropriately. You don't want to break anything in your body. You don't want any injury. So, There's specific stretches to help you sleep better. Usually they're forward bends and backward bends, side bends, mainly torso related. But it doesn't matter. Bodybuilding, martial arts, yoga, exercise in general. I'm just highlighting the champions, if you will. Yeah, all that's gonna help, and also, so yeah, mind, body, and spirit, right? Be in control of your emotions, be in control of your thoughts, and make sure you exert yourself physically. Exercise, you're exerting yourself to keep that blood circulating, because at the end of the day, your body wants to go to sleep, your mind wants to relax, and your emotions want to be at peace. They don't want to be worried or stressed or none of that. Human beings are just not meant to feel these things. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend some supplements. Once again, I'm not a doctor. These are just recommendations that I myself have taken these supplements. They're completely natural. If you just need a quick fix while you perfect all the other remedies. Now, do you need these supplements? About 3 of them I think I'm going to mention. No. But if you want to supplement with them, just like a bottle, and then say, okay, assess where you're at. If you want to continue taking them, they're not going to cause you any major harm, but everything could have side effects, but I don't predict any major side effects with any of these. But again, talk to your doctor. I have to say that. I'm obligated to say that. This is just advice from my own experience. Ashwagandha is a supplement for, let's see, cognitive function. It has so many more benefits, by the way, not just on here. Stamina and endurance boost, anti-inflammatory. But the one we're concerned with here is stress and anxiety reduction. Right there. And yes, I have felt those effects before. It's just, since I'm already in control of my mind, body, and emotions, the ashwagandha root really took me to another level. I was like, whoa. You know, it's not a euphoric effect or anything. It's just like, yeah, I can feel that. You know, increase in testosterone levels as well for men. So it kind of gave me some extra strength, a little boost. So that's ashwagandha. There's many more benefits to that. Here's a classic one that many people are already aware of, melatonin. Really, it says maximum strength just to, quality, but it's very low dosage, 10 milligrams or even less than that. So it can also help you fall asleep. Let's see. Melatonin is another supplement that you may want to consider in order to help you fall asleep. That's basically all I have to say about this. I tried it once, didn't really feel the effects, but other people swear by it, so that's why I'm putting it out there. Once again, you don't want to develop a dependency on these supplements. The idea is just, if you need a quick fix, these are things to go to in case none of the others work or you're not quite there yet in full control over your mind, body, and emotions. Like a last resort, if you will. And definitely, I highly recommend staying away from prescription drugs of any kind when it comes to getting a good night's rest, because you don't want to force your body to shut down. You always want to encourage your body to shut down. Alright? So, this is the last one here. Tart cherry is another natural supplement that can greatly help you fall asleep. I have taken it before. It has to be tart cherry, not just any type of cherry. Now, here they're combining it with GABA and melatonin, but they sell tart cherry juice, and actually the cherries themselves. Just ask the grocery store, which kind of cherries are these? And make sure they're the tart cherries. I believe they're darker in color. But anyways, these are just recommendations. So, but there's no reason you shouldn't be getting deep quality sleep every single night if you suffer from insomnia. Fix it as soon as possible. Please invest in better bedding, as I mentioned before. Do whatever it takes, because this is your life, and the quality of your life depends solely on you. Your partner can help you, your friends and families can assist you, but ultimately it's you deciding all the factors, the way you want to sleep. And also snoring, don't worry too much about snoring. A lot of doctors and people just make a big deal out of snoring. Look, even animals snore. There's some animals that snore quite a bit. You don't see anybody shouting at them that they have medical issues. They don't have doctors, right? So they live in the wild because they're strong. So you have to teach yourself as a domesticated cat, oh my bad, domesticated human being, how to be strong, right? That's the only reason why people suffer from so much negative energy, negative symptoms, is because they forget to strengthen themselves, develop a sense of wisdom, intelligence, and skills, such as learning how to fall asleep and get the best quality sleep possible. That is a skill, because you're preventing insomnia. You're preventing something that, shouldn't happen. So just like love, it requires an effort each and every single day, constantly. You have to become a master at love in all angles, all aspects. Otherwise, you're going to live a mediocre life, mediocre results, and you're never going to be happy.